In this tutorial, I'm going to answer a kind of a strange question. We're doing a Blackboard test that is going to allow for students to select an answer from a multiple choice test and then have the number of the answer be the number of points that they get for that particular question. So if they answer number 1, they'll get 1 point for the question. If they answer number 2, they'll get 2 points for the question. Number 3, they'll get 3 points for the question, so on and so forth. Okay, so how do we do that? So first I'm going to go to a Blackboard course, and I'll go to my course tools, and I'll go to Test Surveys and Pools. And I'll create a new test. And so I'll build a new test, and I'll call this Sample Test 1. Okay, and I'll hit Submit, and I'll create a question. And I'll create a question that is a multiple choice question. So it would be, I guess it would be something like, you're a William and Mary alum when, right? And so now that's my question, and I'll have a bunch of answers. And so now what I want to do is I'll allow partial credit here. And I don't want to show answers in random order. I want them to be in the same exact order. So answer number 1 is going to be, you can identify the griffin. And that's not the correct answer. We're going to set question 4 as the correct answer. So let me do that now. Answer 4 is now the correct answer. And I'll scroll back up to the top. And now answer 1 is not the correct answer, but I want to give the student 1 point for that. So now there are going to be 4 questions, and it's I can only do this if it's a multiple of 100. So I can do 4 questions, I can do 5 questions, I can't do 6 questions. But now I can do 4 questions, and this first question is going to be worth 25%. Answer to number 2 is going to be, you know who Ebert is. And that'll be worth 50, which means you'd get a 2. And then the next one I could say, you know the words to the alma mater, and that'll be worth 75. And then the last one, which is the one that you'll get all points for, is you streaked across the sunken gardens. And now I'll hit Submit. And there we go. I'm going to give it, instead of 10 points, that's very important, I'm going to give it 4 points. And I'll click Submit. I'll close this little success question created button. And that's it. You can keep creating questions like this. You can do it on a 5-point scale also, but then what you would do is the first question would be worth 20%, the second question will be worth 40%, the third question will be worth 60%, the fourth question will be worth 80%, and the fifth question will be the correct answer. Okay, so that's it. I'll just create this one and I'll say OK. And now I can deploy this sample test 1. So let's do that, and we'll take a look at how it would work from the student's perspective. So I'll go ahead and I'll create a test area. Well, I'll just put it in my assignments. I'll click on Assignments, and I'll go to Assessments, and I'll build a test. And there's that sample test 1, and I'll submit that. And I'll click Make Available to Students. And I can do all the other settings. I don't really want any other settings, but I'll go ahead and hit Submit. And that's it. Sample test 1 is ready, and now I can invite my students to take the test. So if I were one of the students, I'd go in Student View, and I'd go to Assignments, and as a student, I'd click to take the test. I'd begin, you know you're a William & Mary alum when, so now if I chose question number 2, and I hit save and submit, okay. And now I click OK to view the results, and now it's 2 out of 4 points. I'll click OK. But anyway, if I chose question 3, I'd get 3 points. If I chose question 4, I'd get 4 points. If I chose question 1, I'd get 1 point. This has been Mike Bloom with the Studio for Teaching and Learning Innovation. Thanks for watching.